Alright guys, so on this one we are going to do a forge burner build. So I got this idea and this plan that I'm going off of from Make Stuff Break Stuff, I believe is his YouTube channel. It's a easy way to build a forge burner, no welding necessary. So we're going to attempt it. Overall cost of my materials was around $40. But you know, if I make and sell one knife, or I make and use one knife, it was worth it. So we're going to be primarily in my shop while we work on this, and just wanted to show you guys what I was doing today. So stick with me. Alright, so here on my table you see all of our materials. Right here we have a galvanized 1 1/4 to 3/4. Then we have an 8-inch 3/4 pipe threaded on both ends, black pipe. We have a 3/4 to 1 inch, I guess it's considered a reducer. And then we have a 3-inch piece of 1 inch. That makes up the body of the burner. Next, we have a 4-inch piece of 1/8 inch brass. I have an, because I couldn't find the end cap, I have a 1/8 inch open, and then an 1/8 inch square plug just to close off that end. Then over here I have an 1/8 inch to 1/2 inch, and then this is a 1/2 inch ball valve that is rated for gas. All right, and that's important where we're using this gas, and it goes down to this fitting here, which is made for this valve and this connecting piece here. So that way you can just screw it right on. Already has the seal inside of there for the gas, and you can get these in the grill section, and then it screws right into your propane tank that goes on like a propane grill. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap these with Teflon tape, screw everything together, and this piece here I'll be drilling a hole in. Then I'll drill a large hole in this section so that this can go all the way across. Alright, and then all these will just be hand tight. So I'm gonna get some of those things together. When I get ready to drill the holes, we'll get right back with you. Alright, so I've got that larger piece, the 1 1/4 to 3/4 reducer, and I got it locked into my vise. So what I'm going to do is right here in this section I'm going to carve a flat spot so it'll be a little easier for me to drill. So just take a simple file and get you a nice flat spot going. So I'm going to work on that and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I got me a flat spot, I'm going to pick something somewhat centered, and that's where I'm going to drill my pilot hole. So I'm going to use a smaller drill bit, go through that hole, and then I'm going to step it up to a larger drill bit that's going to fit our 1/8 inch piece of brass. So I'm going to get these holes drilled out and get it stepped up, and then I'll show that to you, what it looks like and what it should look like. And I'll go ahead and do the exact same thing on the opposite side so that it lines up directly across this piece and centered this way. Alright, so I'll get back with you here in a moment. Alright guys, so as you can see, we got our hole drilled there, and it goes all the way through to there, and we want our 4-inch piece of brass to fit in that hole. So I've not tested it yet. Looks like it's a tight fit, which I was kind of wanting a tight fit, but I might need to work that a little bit more to get that to fit inside there. So that's what we're going for. We're trying to get this piece of brass to be able to go all the way through. Alright, so I'm going to work on making that hole a little bit bigger, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so now we have that done. What we are going to do is we're going to put our, let's see, 1/8 inch open to open right here, which I'm going to put Teflon tape on it. I know somebody's going to say something about that. And then we're going to put our end cap or our plug in and I'm going to Teflon those. And then I'm going to drill a hole directly center of this brass pipe. And I know when I seen the other guy's video, he was talking about wire gauges of drill bits. So I had difficulty finding those. So I looked at a drill bit chart to try to find out, because he suggested the number 60, which is a 0.40 on the decimal chart. So I got this set of drill bits that's made for a Dremel. And the 1/32 is like a 0.32, and the 3/64 is a 0.42. So I'm going to use the 1/32 drill bit, go with a little bit of smaller hole, and see how that works. And if I don't feel like I'm getting the heat that I need, then I'm going to use the 3/64. But for this video and what I am doing, I'm going to use the 1/32 drill bit. I got it in a Dremel 7-pack, and then I'm just going to chuck it in a regular drill. Going to want to be real careful with that because it's an extremely small bit, easy to bend and break. So I'm going to use that drill bit to drill directly center of that brass pipe, and then we're going to spin it around so that that hole is directly in the middle of this opening here. So I'm going to get those things taken care of, hit the Teflon tape on these, snug them up nice and tight, and then I'm going to drill that hole. Be right back with you guys. Alright, so hopefully you can see that little hole right there in the middle. That is the 1/32, and I centered it in that space. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that to where that hole is facing downward, and that's when it's going to shoot our propane down the center of the body. So I'm going to undo this from the vise, and I'm going to turn this completely over so that I have my end cap out here so that I'm able to turn that with my channel locks. So let me get this locked in. I'll be right back with you. So now that we got it upside down, you can lock the channel lock or the channel locks on the end. Turn this whole pipe until we see our fitting or our hole on the inside middle. Alright, then we can go on to the next step. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is I've already wrapped this thread with the Teflon tape, and then we're going to put this reducer on it. Alright, then we're going to screw this onto the end. So I'm going to get those snugged up and get them in place, and I'll be right back with you on that one. Alright, so as you can see, we got this all in place, and got the valve onto the top. So the only thing left to do is screw into the body, and then we can fire this bad boy up. Be back with you soon. Alright guys, so when I lit up the burner with that that regulator I already had, it was from a grill. Didn't have nowhere near the PSI. So I just went to Lowe's, picked up this one that is for outdoor cookers and burners, and it is rated at 10 PSI. So we're going to give this one a go, and we'll fire it up. So as you can tell, she works. So next video is going to be the forge, and I built a forge out of an old propane tank, and we'll be doing that next. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless. guys, so as you can tell behind me, I have the forge going. So I put the burner and cut a hole out, the 1-inch size of that tube, and put the burner on it. Put the braided line with the high pressure hose over to my propane tank. Can you light this thing up? Looks like it's going to explode. So inside of it, I have 2 fire brick on the bottom, and I filled the bottom with sand first. Then I turned fire brick up on the side, and then 2 fire brick on the top. And then what I had to do is, I had to drill a hole through the center of one of those fire bricks so that that 1-inch piece would come down. So this is my first burn-in, and looks like it's doing pretty well. Getting a little smoke going just because of stickers and stuff that was on the back of the propane tank. But this is my first one, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. God bless.